The glass of whiskey trembled in my hand, ice cubes clinking against crystal like tiny warning bells. The faces around the Thanksgiving table, my husband's parents, my sister, our children, all froze mid-conversation as I stood. "My name is Eleanor," I began, my voice steadier than I felt, "and I've been living a lie for 23 years. The dining room suddenly felt too warm, too small. Outside, snow fell silently against the windows, muffling the world beyond our family gathering. I could smell the remnants of pumpkin pie, feel the weight of my wedding ring, hear the shallow breathing of my husband beside me. "Before anyone cuts into that cake celebrating our anniversary," I continued, nodding toward the elaborate dessert at the center of the table, "there's something you all need to know." My husband reached for my hand. "Ellie, what are you doing?" he whispered, his fingers cold against mine. I pulled away. "I'm sorry, James. I can't keep pretending." 3 weeks earlier, I'd been organizing our attic when I found the box, faded blue with yellowed tape, hidden behind Christmas decorations. Inside lay a stack of letters addressed to my mother, all from the same man. A man whose features I recognized instantly in the single enclosed photograph. A man who wasn't my father, at least, not the father I'd grown up with. The letters detailed their affair, their plans to run away together, and then abruptly stopped. The final letter, dated just before my birth, begged my mother to reconsider, to tell her husband the truth. She never did. "The man you all knew as my father," my voice cracked and I took a sip of whiskey, "wasn't my biological father." My sister gasped. My mother-in-law's hand flew to her mouth. "But that's not all," I continued. "The man who wrote these letters, my biological father, is alive. And he's here in town. I've been meeting with him for the past 2 weeks." James pushed back from the table, chair legs scraping against hardwood. "You've been what?" "His name is Daniel. He's a professor at the university. He never knew about me until I contacted him." I turned to face my husband directly. "And he's dying, James. Pancreatic cancer. 6 months, maybe less. So you've been sneaking around with this stranger instead of talking to me?" James's voice rose, his face flushing. "I needed to understand who I am before I could explain it to anyone else," I said, setting down my glass. "My whole life has been built on a foundation that isn't real." My sister stood now too. "Ellie, Mom and Dad loved you. This doesn't change that, doesn't it?" I challenged. "Every time Dad, the man I called Dad, looked at me, was he seeing another man? Was he wondering if I had his eyes, his smile, his temper?" The room fell silent again. In that pause, I realized what I needed to do. "I've invited Daniel to join us," I said finally. "He's waiting outside." James's expression shifted from anger to disbelief. "You brought him here? Today?" "I did." I nodded, straightening my shoulders. "Because I'm tired of secrets. I'm tired of wondering who I really am, and because he deserves to know his grandchildren before he dies." I moved toward the door, each step feeling both terrifying and freeing. Behind me, chairs scraped as family members stood, uncertain whether to stop me or follow. "You all have a choice," I said, hand on the doorknob. "You can reject this truth and keep living in the comfortable lie we've all shared, or you can help me build something new, something honest, from these broken pieces." I opened the door. Standing on the porch, dusted with snow, was a tall man with my eyes and my daughter's smile. "This is my father," I said simply. James moved beside me, his anger visibly melting as he saw the resemblance. He hesitated, then extended his hand. "I guess we have a lot to talk about," he said. As Daniel stepped inside, I felt the weight of decades lifting. The truth had shattered our perfect family picture, but in its place, something authentic was beginning to form, messy, complicated, and real.